Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Now, last time I remember I did a thing with the Draculas, and I posted a video of like who's the strongest, like out of the three, out of the Draculas. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to do the Suns now. Like who is the most powerful Sun ever? Is it Alucard from Lords of Shadows, or is it the Alucard from the Netflix version, or is it the original Alucard? Now I know some people be like, now wait a minute, now the reboot, and then there's like the two, the originals. Now the thing is, from the Netflix show, which I'm gonna break down to you, the Netflix version, we don't quite know what all that they're gonna give them. Like they did great with the story on how they kind of like took aspects of the game and actually put it into the Netflix storyline, and it's good. And this is how it's supposed to be: an overpowered Dracula doing his work and stuff. And then we see Alucard, and I'm like, okay, Alucard in the original Castlevania game, he was strong. He had like his move sets, his abilities and stuff. But it's like, will we see this in the Netflix version? Like, will we see him use like the wolf? Will we see him? He kind of did use fireballs too. He kind of did like something like fire and stuff. Like, will we see this in like the Netflix version of Alucard? Like, will we see this? But now I'm gonna break down to you my thoughts on who I think is like the most powerful, probably like son ever. Like, well, maybe not powerful, but the strongest son. Now, breaking it to you from the original Castlevania. Now, Dracula used the Crimson Stone. Basically, the Crimson Stone is the stone that kind of like made him become like a vampire, because he wanted to curse God for his first wife being taken away. So he was like, I want to become the person that I want to defy your laws, basically. And the Crimson Stone is basically like the Philosopher's Stone, technically. And I'm like, okay, like Matthias basically got his hands on that. He made himself immortal and became a vampire and stuff. And then over to his second wife, that's when Adrian was born, aka Alucard and stuff. So I was like, it makes me wonder, because I'm like, if he was technically kind of born from it, wouldn't that make him the strongest? Like, because in story, history, and philosophy, basically the Philosopher's Stone has been said in rumors that it's been created by God or other like spiritual or higher power deities that blessed this powerful stone, and whoever wields the stone would get insane amount of power, almost godlike. But that's like in other like folk tales and other like theories and other stories about the Philosopher's Stone. So I'm like, wouldn't that technically make Alucard like the most strongest in out of like the Netflix version and the reboot? Now I'm gonna break it down to you from the reboot Castlevania and like Lords of Shadows. Now, okay, Gabriel Belmont, he had absorbed the power of the Forgotten One. He took his power, and then he became Dracula. And the Forgotten One has been said to have been stronger than Lucifer. So when he fought his son in the castle, and he killed him, and then he gave him his blood, and then he became Alucard. Alucard did become strong, and he had inherited most of his power, most of his father's power. Like, he was able to use like light and dark energies and stuff, and then he's able to like do just a little bit more, like turn to a wolf, have other abilities where he can soul steal. He can do just more like versatile moves and stuff. So I'm like, it's kind of tough, because it's like, he may be strong, he is strong, but I mean, he kind of did get absorbed by Lucifer. Like, Lucifer basically possessed him and then made him so that he can fight Dracula. So I'm like, it's kind of tough. Like, I wouldn't say he's weak, but I wouldn't say he's stronger either, because it's like, if he was to fight, like, let's just say like him versus Gabriel, right? They have like a full-on fight. Gabe would still win. Because here how this fight would still go. Okay, Gabriel is fighting him. It would be no different from when he first fought him the first time, and he defeated him and he stabbed him in the chest with his own vampire killer. Like it would be like that, but just he just stabs him in the sword or whatever, or takes his own Crusadrum and then just puts him to sleep, because that's what the sword is. Is basically like fragments of the vampire killer from his father. So it's like if Gabriel took it and he stabbed him with it, it just put him to sleep. So I'm like, I like in terms of combat wise, yeah, okay, yeah, he defeated Zobek's general. Okay, yeah, but that's Zobek's low ranking general. Like we talking about like high tier peoples here, and it's like if he was to fight Zobek by himself, I don't think he would win. Probably, maybe or maybe not, but I don't know. But seeing how the reboot Alucard was, I don't think he was that strong compared to the original. I think the original Alucard was a lot stronger because, like I said, the Philosopher's Stone that got into aspect, he's been around, I wouldn't say, well, not longer because he was born in the 1500s, I believe. Yeah, he was born in the 1500s. And he did, yeah, he lived up to the future. Yeah, he did live up to the future where Salma Cruz came along, and that's when he changed his name to, I think, what was it, Arikido? Can't fully remember, but I think it was Arikido. He had like his own organization and stuff, and he still was in the future, like doing his own things. But it made you wonder if he lived all the way up to like the future, and then constantly like fought like his father like throughout the centuries and stuff. Why is it that he wasn't the one that put the nail in his own father's coffin, rather than he leaving it up to the Belmonts? So it's like that also kind of throws in the fact like, okay, yeah, the Belmonts did have the vampire killer, and that was like his weakness. You defeat him and then he goes away, and then one of his acolytes come like hundreds of years later to bring him back to life and stuff in order for him to get defeated again. So it was like, it was like, yeah, Alucard was there most of the time, but there was times he wasn't there, and you had it where you had some of the either like the descendants of the Belmonts or other people from other families taking down Dracula and stuff, and it makes you question yourself again, like if Dracula was at full power, no resurrections, no nothing, full power, would the original Alucard be able to fight his father at full strength? And I say yes. Because no matter how much Dracula would dish out, at the end of the day, he's still a father. Yeah, he will try to kill him, but he's not gonna like fully go through with it. He's going to get defeated by his own son. Now, compared to Gabriel didn't know that Trevor Belmont was his son. He didn't know. Gabriel didn't know, but I think it'll still go for the same way as him. But he's a warrior, so it's in between. Like I think he would, not strongly don't think he would kill his son. I don't think he would either. But it's just that it's a benefactor, because it's like, you are a father. And on that note, it's like Alucard, I strongly feel, is a lot stronger than the reboot. Like, because again, you get possessed by Lucifer, and then you become Lucifer's bitch. And then after for a while, you forced to fight your own father. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, you have the power. Basically, you have a sword that can seal your own father. Yeah, that's good. But I strongly think that the original Alucard is a lot stronger. I feel like he's a lot stronger. And then compared to the Netflix version of Alucard, like I said before, I would like to see what they're gonna do. Because it's like, okay, yeah, his movements, his speed is quite up there. His healing factor is up there. Everything that they did with the series is looking good so far, even though I can't wait for it to come back so they can put more stuff into it, because I think if they are continuing to pull from the original story, And if they give him like maybe like more move sets, more abilities, then we're gonna see how strong he actually is. Because when we seen Dracula, he's doing a lot of things that we wanted him to do. Rather than, like I said before in my other previous videos, it's like I said, he gets defeated over and over again. But I had a person that actually told me something, and which makes a lot of sense, is that they was bred like basically when he was coming back to life, he wasn't at full power. He was only like half power. He wasn't like full at his full potential. He was only like at half percent, or and even in his weakened state. So it made sense for the other Belmonts to come along and defeat him. Now, if he was fighting at full strength, the Belmonts they probably would have lost. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, they have like the vampire killer. So that shit would have knelt the put a nail in the coffin and stuff. But compared to like the original Alucard, he had like a lot of move sets and stuff, very skilled and stuff, stayed hidden within the shadows for like multiple amount of years, kept tabs on Dracula. Basically, even after his defeat, he always still kept tabs. Like, yeah, he killed like vampires, other little vampires, some of Dracula's accolades and stuff, because there was still more for him to do. Compared to the remake, where Alucard, he kind of somewhat, you could say, did the same into centuries later when Dracula came out, and then that's when they said, oh, we're going to devise a plan, because Lucifer is afraid of you right now, but one day he's going to rise up, so we're going to seal you, so that way when he does rise up, you regain all your memories, all your powers, so that way you could finish him for good. That was the plan. And compared to the original Castlevania, where Dracula kept getting defeated over and over again, and towards like later on in the future, when Salma Cruz was the reincarnation of Dracula, and he was said to have inherited the power. Now, Alucard was there, but again, you're kind of in question, like, okay, you was there, you kind of had Julius fight him for like a bit and stuff, but it was like what happened? Like, my boy, like, aren't you gonna stop him? So I'm also questioning questions too, like, is the original Alucard strong? Is he powerful? Is he someone that he can do stuff? Is he there? Is he on levels? It also kind of makes you wonder that too and stuff. But I believe it's just that Alucard believed in the Belmonts. He believed in their strength to take down Dracula, and he was just there for the support. Because in Sympathy of the Night, when you do like the correct like path, because there was like multiple amount of endings in that game, so it's like there was the good ending, the bad ending, and then there was the so-so ending. But if you had like the perfect ending, which basically you fight one of Dracula's accolades, because he was basically controlling Richter, because they was like, wait, where Richter at? He kind of like disappeared, so he was controlling him, defeat him, and then you fight Dracula, you defeat Dracula, and that's when everything is alright. But that's the thing, he only defeated him, but he didn't like physically like destroyed him for good. It was just like, oh yeah, he gets defeated, and then centuries later he comes back again. But even though he still defeated him, no matter what he did. And I don't quite remember, oh well, actually no, the reboot Alucard, you could say see, that's actually a good question, because you can say they kind of did the same thing. Where they defeated him. Okay, yeah, he thought he was dead, but then he, so maybe both of them are on the same level. Maybe they not too far off is what I think. Maybe they could be actually on the same level, because both of them kind of like did defeat Dracula. So yeah, I think they could be on the same level. I don't think that they're different. I don't even think that they're far apart from each other, because the reboot was supposed to take aspects of the original story, but just change it here and there, switch it around. But I don't even think that they're different, Because I mean, yeah, but well, actually, no. There's been only one thing I can say that's been different about them. Dracula's been defeated multiple amount of times. Uh, from Lords of Shadows Dracula, he's only been somewhat defeated, kinda once. That was it, compared to multiple amount of times. But those times was with Belmonts and other family members. So actually, no. I am sorry. Scratch the whole thing. Scratch the whole thing. Alucard did defeat him compared to the original. No, compared to the remake. The remake, Alucard had help. Yes, he had help with Simon. This man technically had nobody. He did it by himself. So yeah, the original I believe is stronger because he did it by himself. You collect stuff in the castle and you get the things that you need to get. But at the end of the day, he still did it by himself. So yeah. He even if Dracula wasn't at full power or at no actually no because he transformed and was in his own dimension. That's right. Yeah, he was in his own. Yep. The original the original Alucard I believe is a lot stronger. Yeah. The remake was he was filth. Well, he was alright. Yeah. So I think this concludes this my aspect of things that the original Alucard was a lot stronger. I believe it's best, yes, a lot stronger than the remake. But if you like what you heard you like, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch you later.